Hi Cancer, how are you? So I am going to do your reading today. I found, well, in the Gemini reading, I forgot, I thought of a deck that I always used to use for my readings for the overall energy. So I'm probably going to start using those. I might use these and those because this is like it's not the situation, but it's like the situation. But at the same time, it's not like the overall energy. It's like the situation. So I'm going to do the energy. And I have not used these in so long. They're so beat up. I can't even. They're so beat up. These are the ones that I always used to use for everything. Alright, so I'm gonna do these first. Alright, wow. I forgot about these. I love these. Yes, I love these. It brings so much better clarity for me. So you could have put yourself in his position. You could have needed time out to breathe lately. There could have been something that happened that was very upsetting. It could have been with another person or just something that came together that was two very powerful energies. It could have been anything. It could have been an energy from work. Just something came out of the blue. It really isolated you and put you in a lot of solitude. Things came up that you weren't expecting. Maybe it wasn't, it was something that you weren't really focused on, or you were focused on in a way of being very distant, protective of yourself, feeling like vigilant, that you needed to just, it was either something that you knew was going to end up turning out okay from good karma that you have done in the past, but it still was something that in the past also got you upset. And so that's why you were kind of standoffish by it. But you've been waiting for this to happen. It's a nurturing keeps coming up. It could be somebody, like I said, that has changed. Maybe they weren't showing as much compassion before. Oops. Maybe they weren't showing as much compassion before as they are now. Things are changing. I think you were very passionate about this at one time. You were passionate about the unfolding. You could have been waiting for some kind of message, some kind of communication, some kind of something to know if, so you wouldn't be vigilant. You kind of just stayed to yourself. Yeah, this was like a vision quest in the past. It made you very still. Maybe waiting for the activation to happen. It could have, yeah, the completion. This could have started in the nurturing. This is something that is a new beginning that you've been wanting to nurture. It makes you very radiant inside. It makes you very happy. It makes you instinctual. You have an instinct of knowing what it is you want from it and knowing what it is in general, but maybe you do not. We don't know yet. Because if everything's shape shifting in it and changing, then there might be stuff in it that you think you know, but you don't yet. And that's what maybe you're also vigilant about. But something came up and you needed a timeout. Something came together. Maybe it was that communion, that conversation that needed to happen, and you already had an instinct about it, but it might have not been exactly what you thought it was. So maybe you had to go, why am I doing that? Maybe you had to go in stillness and take time for yourself it could have also caused problems, or in the past it just did. So you really needed to take time out for yourself to think about what it was that was really going on, what it was you really wanted for your own desires, and not letting somebody else make them for you, like maybe you did in the past. There was probably a time where you had to take some time. Well, there was a time during this time you were really devoted and committed to reflecting and maybe doing some inner work in order to understand the situation better, maybe. And maybe what came out of it was showing you from what you've done in the past. No. It was showing you the magic that you had within you that maybe scared you, or maybe you didn't know, or maybe you hid. But maybe things happened that got in the way of, maybe you're a witch. Maybe you took some time out to be the light for yourself rather than always feeling like you had to do it for everybody else because it was taking away from your joy and light. And from doing that, it helped you grow into reaping your rewards for the karma that you've done, the good karma that you did in the situation in the past. And you stood your ground with unleashing the wild within you. And you connected with your emotions during this time and retreated and recharged. It's really, 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 like, it's really, like, just emphasizing, like, you took time for yourself. You took time to reflect. You took time to be devoted and committed to recharging and retreating and connecting with yourself and reflecting and holding space for new, right? For new things to come, for change. Maybe the situation you were waiting for wasn't coming to pass, and so you were kind of like, yeah, take some time to myself. Maybe there was healing that needed to happen in resentment, or something that was blocking love, or something that was blocking whatever it was that you wanted to come through. Like you had too much crap in your head rather than having space for something to come in. Maybe you had negative thoughts about the situation, so there wasn't enough space, that you weren't holding enough space within your brain to let new ideas or let forgiveness or better thoughts about the situation or the person or career, family, whatever it is, to come to light because it was all negative in your head. Maybe connecting with your emotions and reflecting on being the light and what brought you joy is what helped you stand your ground, and knowing that, yeah, it was okay to rise. That was at the bottom too. It's okay to rise out of the ashes like a phoenix rising and come into radiance like the golden sun. And like I said, maybe you were waiting for a message. You could have been waiting for information that you already had an intuitive instinct on, and you had insights about it, but maybe you were blocking them and not holding a space for your intuitive insights to come through. During the time, you are a divine child of the universe, so you could be a starseed or a crystal or indigo child or something like that. I feel like, the battle within you, the battle with this situation, you were very devoted and committed to yourself, the universe, and letting go. There could have been a part of you that, you found out that wasn't you, that you thought was you, and it was also something that needed to be done with grieving that past person, in order to attract more of that intuitive insight, steady flow of abundance. Because this once was a dream of yours. I wish upon a star and my dreams come true. The letting go has been able to help you open more of your senses to feeling heal. The pleasure and passion. There was some healing that needed to be done. You know, your mind, body, soul, emotions, mental, physical. This one just came up too. In order to ascend. Connecting more to your wholeness, your oneness, and expanding your awareness to setting more intentions of what it was you wanted rather than what maybe other people wanted for you. You might have you did some inner child work, which really helps. I do a lot of trauma work, especially for people. Yeah, reflect again in destiny. To help people in inner child work is huge. Maybe you didn't feel loved, and again, that's why you needed to open love. I want to take this expression just because of the grieving, the shame. Was it shame or was it grieving? I don't know where it was, or why I said that. But yeah, this could have something to do with a lover, or it could just be something within yourself that you're bringing back together. Reflecting, holding the mirror to see yourself and all that you are, and accept and love yourself for all of you are. I didn't mean to say it like that, but I did. And it still makes sense, so whatever. But express the intuition, the intuitive thoughts that you thought, like the forecast, the oracle, you know, because I feel like you wanted change in this situation, but it just wasn't growing or balancing out or giving you that peace that you needed in order to help you change. So that's why you had to go into like silent mode for yourself, your own mental, emotional capacity. You could have had forgiveness that brought some abundance into your life that was helpful, and you learned or know or need to know that disciplining your mind, disciplining your mind can really accomplish what it is you're trying to manifest, whatever it is you're trying to learn about yourself, learning that you are a limitless being and you can manifest whatever you desire into your physical reality. But you might have been able to empathize or have a better understanding and trust that you are loved, or trust that love is safe, or something in your inner voice, your intuition was saying like something's not right here, like, you know, something is out of balance, there's not going to be any change until change is done, like nothing will change of the situation unless something is done differently, you know what I mean? But you might have realized that everybody has their own crap. I said crap in either this one twice or the other one and this one. I'm trying not to swear anymore. But friendship again. But yeah, you could have been in some indecisive decision making that was ruining your flow of intuition and insight. That again, because in the past you've had failure. I don't believe in the word failure because I feel like failure is it brings more purpose to your life, because whatever it is that you fear failing, or whatever it is that you failed and have fear trying again, it's usually a realization that it's a test to resolve, to live in the energy of love, but every failure is always a mistake in order to learn, right? It brings happiness. It can bring humor to the situation, beauty into the change, the purity of thoughts that bring you pleasure again. gratitude. And whatever it was that you attracted into your life recently, it's really given you a lot of power and came into grace and gratitude. Because you were resistant to this change. There was no patience, or trust, or surrender on this path. You forgot who you are, the powerful being that you are. You could have, again, went into solitude, darkness, set more healthy boundaries with people, and that also could have given you more of a drive to go within and self-reflect in order for this to change, in order for you to change, in order for something to change, come to light. Because I think the fear, the self-reflection, the solitude, and the fear of even maybe the change is what is going to help this situation create your self-love. It was easier to accept yourself, the challenge, the situation, when you knew that new beginnings are possible, abundance is possible, everything is possible, and you came into balance, which blossomed you more up into faith. I want to see if faith will come up. I just want to see. Will faith come up or be on the top or the bottom? It's like, no, not saying anything. Not saying anything. Come on, I have time. Growth, wisdom. All right, so hope that helped in some way. Let's get a last message from the universe, from the deck The Universe Has Your Back, from Gabrielle Bernstein. I love her book, The Universe Has Its Back. I have a bunch of her books. I didn't even read all of them, though. I have so many books, and I haven't probably read, like, most of them. I can. I mean, obviously. Of course you can. You can do anything. And I know how to read. I would hope. I think you really learned how to just go with the flow and focus on yourself and the lighter side of life rather than the difficulties and complications and stuff like that, right? You want a new beginning? Change had to happen. Yeah, my vibes speak louder than my words. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm guided. Yeah, I think that's what you learned in your solitude process, right? My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Yeah, and if there's been change, then obviously you were focused on change, changing yourself, changing the situation, doing something different, right? When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Were you the one? Were you just the one that I was saying that about? Be the light? Yeah. Happiness is my birthright. Yeah, what I was saying is accept love. You might have been blocking yourself from accepting love into your life, right? And the loving energy of the universe. Yes, you are. So when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe, which I think was what you needed for yourself to come into better standings, better vibes, better, what is the word I'm trying to, like, vibration? There we go. Energy, vibration, frequency, lining up with what it was you wanted in the change and balancing, in acceptance, blooming, you know, in that time and space of where you learn the gratitude of the situation, of your power, of the patience, the healthy boundary setting lessons. You know what I mean? Like, there was just a lot that you took into accountability, into action for yourself to grow and change and this expand your awareness in the situation and find the beauty in all things again, right? Right. Okay. I hope that helped in some way. Keep it up. It's always fun to try new things and go along a different path, right? Hoping that things will be different. If you do things differently, if you change one little thing and shift, it can work wonders in your life. And it's crazy how that happens. You do one little thing differently. One. And it could shift the entire situation. It's crazy. It's all about vibration, energy, you know. But there is a completion of your vision. Something is coming to light. And if it doesn't look like it, but kind of looks like it, like, give it time. Be patient. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not going your way right away, don't be stubborn and be like, oh, this isn't, you know, it's not changing, nothing is changing. Because just because you're ready for change and you've taken the time out to be able to get there doesn't mean that the other person or whatever the situation is ready for you. So give it some time to unfold and stay in that stillness and that meditative kind of alpha, gamma, beta, whatever state, theta, and just chill your jets. What is it on the SpongeBob on the Christmas special? Chill your jet, son. I don't know. Cool your jet, son. When he's talking to like the big pig looking Santa is talking to SpongeBob. I think he's cool your jet, son. I don't know, maybe it's a message for you. Maybe you're going on a plane ride and you're scared or something. I don't know. Maybe you own a jet. If you do, my name's Bethany. You can email me or something. Just make a little comment. All right. I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great day. I love you all. Bye.